There we go. All right, Coach. So obviously you start the season. Finally, week 0's in the past. We're now at week 1, and the season's underway. You will be traveling to Colorado this week for a 3-game road trip. Then you have a home game. It'll be a while till we see you. But let's obviously, before I jump ahead, let's take a step back. Talk to me about the offseason. Talk to me about the preseason. Talk to me just overall about how you're feeling about your team this year entering this week.
Overall, I've been super pleased with our team this preseason, and I think that we've been more consistent as far as showing up every day for practice as we've ever been. And, I think that they all remember last year. I think we want to build on that, and it wasn't good enough, and they know that. And so, we go back and we look at some of the things that we didn't do so well, and we've been really just trying to rep those things out every day. And the other thing that I have been pleased with is just our chemistry. I think we had so many new bodies last year, being able to return 9 of our players, and then some players that have had experience in the past, some maturity. I think that has helped with our overall chemistry as far as that goes. And so, they're playing physical, they're competing every day, very, very competitive group, and, they have winning mentalities. And so I'm excited. I can't even hardly wait for our first game. So.
And now that the off-season prep is nearly over, what are you looking for from this team to start the season on a high note?
Throwing the first punch. That first game is always good to get out of the way, just because you don't really know what you're looking like until that first game starts. And Adams State is a tough team. I mean, they are coached really well. They're physical. They're fast. They like to get downhill. If we don't close the gap on those guys, they're going to be shooting layups. So it's going to be a physical game. But I do feel like we can compete as far as the full court goes. I think we're fast this year. And I'm hoping that we can get a lot of looks in transition. And then we got to do that right off the tip and make a statement.
And overall, what excites you most coaching this group this season?
Just who they are. When you go through the recruiting process, it's not just about the talent side of things. You recruit their families, and you recruit who they are as a person. And the thing that I love about this crew is they're not entitled. They don't have to have a post about them all the time. They don't have to be praised all the time. They know who they are, and they've come to compete. And it's not for anything else except for the love of the game. They have played this game since they were tiny, and they love it, and they love each other. And that goes a long ways as far as chemistry goes. And even though we want to praise them and give them all the accolades that they deserve, truly they don't look for that. They don't have to have that in order to be the best that they can be. And that just shows where their heart is.
Coach, let's help the fans get to know this group a little bit better. Throw some names out there that are really going to make this team work, and the fans can look forward to watching.
Yeah, I think Naya is looking really good right now. Naya Williams, she's obviously different. She's 6'4", she's a big presence in the paint, and she's looking good. I think that our guards are doing a better job of getting her the ball inside. Right now we're looking at a lot of high-low looks, and so we expect her to be a big player for us. And then, we've had, obviously, the group that we returned is a good core group. Taylor Grona is fast as lightning, very competitive. We call her Ice. And then we've got Magic Esquivel. She's been shooting the ball really well. And then Addie's just a floor general. Her ability to make plays is something that's really unique. And then we've got two transfers, and one of those is Stevie Lockhart. She's originally from Sudan. She went to Lindenwood to play, so she's a Division I transfer to us. And, just with her length, it creates problems for the other team. She's a 6-foot guard, essentially, and she has the ability to take it off the dribble and shoot at the same time. Her little jump shot is something that not many players have. And her timing, the details of her game is something that you can't coach. She's just learned that from playing a lot. And so, we're seeing a lot of that from her. And then we've got Tristan Keller that came in to us. She played at ACU and then went to Henderson State, and she's also a floor general. She guides traffic out there. She's a little gnat. She is a defensive spark. She's just all over the place, and that kid has a motor. So we expect quite a bit from her too, and I'm really excited about the whole team. Honestly, I could say something about every single one of them, but to see them play together has been just something really neat to watch. So,
Coach, of course, as we mentioned in the beginning of this press conference, we want to see you for about 2 weeks due to your schedule. So let's start with this weekend. You'll be traveling to Colorado for the region crossover. You'll be taking on Adams State on Friday and Regis on Saturday. And then, of course, the following Monday, you'll be taking on Western Colorado in Colorado, but not part of the crossover. Let's just stick with the first two matchups. You already touched on Adams State. What are you expecting from that matchup? And then, of course, Saturday with Regis.
Yeah, I think, they came into our place last year and beat us. And so I think that they're going to come into that game very confident. Our players are going to go into that game with a chip on their shoulder because they remember that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's why we didn't make the postseason last year, is because we lost that game. And so details matter. There's no time to gradually get into the season. You've got to, when that ball goes up, we've got to grit our teeth and we've got to play physical. The altitude can't be a thing. I've told them that, we're not going to come up with excuses as to why we're not doing something when we go there. And you've always got to be 10, 20 points better than you are at home when you go to another place. And I truly believe that our players are ready. We're tired of playing each other, and so they're excited about this opportunity to get to play Adams again. And they are running a little bit different offense than they did last year. They were more of a dribble drive offense, but they do a lot of one-on-one type stuff, so we're just going to have to make sure that we are in gaps and keeping the ball out of the middle of the paint.
And then walk me through the Lone Star Conference preseason poll. Y'all were picked 6th in it, with 6 total teams getting first place votes, including the 5 that were in front of y'all. So what looks to be a conference that for anybody could grab. So what's been that message to the team? First off, have you even really mentioned that placement, or are y'all mainly just focusing on just, hey, look, let's play our game and let's make it happen?
Yeah, no, we haven't really mentioned it. We don't talk about the preseason rankings. There was a huge turnover on the women's side, and so nobody really knew who anybody was bringing in. And so, yeah, I think anybody could win this league this year. I do know that, teams that are even under us have brought in some major talent, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And the main thing that I want to express to our team is just we've got to be on our toes every game. And that doesn't matter if this team is ranked above us or below us or whatever it is, because in this conference, as well as I do, anybody can beat anybody at any time. And so just focusing on us every day and being the best that we can be, and making sure that we're not underestimating people. And then at the same time, those people ranked above us, I hope that you would go in with the mindset of beating them. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach.